And the Beavers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. A special teams miscue right off the bat, and they'll take over in really good field position. To throw, it's Reed. Steps away to find some room. The sure hands, it's Sherrod. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And the timing just a hair off. And the Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. It's Sherrod. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
They just keep firing. Pulls it in. It's Sherrod.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open. Tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. The Cowboys with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sherrod. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you talking about coming out ready, hair's on fire, ready to play. You could tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Pavia. Buys a little extra time. On the run, deep down the right side. He's got it on the outside. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
From the gun, give on the inside. Headed to the end zone. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon State.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Reed. Got it in the middle, it's Hudson. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Rush is on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
This is a very well-executed play, but I love the individual effort by the receiver out in space. He was able to make a guy miss and then advance the football.
He wants to throw it again. Here's a heat. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The Cowboys can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Makes the catch. It's Sherrod. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Reed. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he made the grab with enough for the first down, but not enough room on the sidelines to stay in bounds. It's 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Oh, what a call on the fake. They're going to throw it. It's nice to be a riverboat gambler and all, but man, oh man, when it goes against you, it can be ugly.
Well, that is not the way they drew up the fake field goal. Nothing looked good about that, and no surprise that that attempt failed.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to run it. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Punts it out of the air. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Pavia. Fires to the right. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Hudson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make two in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
And the field goal unit is on the field. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Trying to keep this drive alive. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Beavers!
You know, there are there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here we go. Do the show. Right. Let's go. Back to pass. It's Reed. Buys a little time. He'll throw it. And they're not on the same page there.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Under fire. That's caught. It's Smith. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down.
That's the end of the first half.
And the Cowboys will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Wide open, makes the catch. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
There's the pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
When it gets in long yardage situations, defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making this situation a lot more manageable.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass, it's Pavia. Shoots it to the left. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The Beavers get enough to move the chains.
And I tell you what, if you told them they were going to be 3 for 3 now on 4th downs, they'd have said yes, please. And that's why they're winning the game right now. You get an extra down so often, you have so much success. This offense is cooking, especially on 4th down.
The Beavers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Might be calling a hot route. From the red zone, looking for a space. Hauls it in. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon State. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating him time and time again.
And he added the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Set to kick this one away.
He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept him from being backed up even further. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Snagged in the middle. It's Sherrod.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The Cowboys with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
Great job getting the interception. Maybe an even better job on the return. You got the convoy. You're finding your blockers. You're out in the open field. You're saying, hey, coach, watch me with the ball in the open space. Maybe I can get on offense and get a few throws. That was a phenomenal individual effort.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Beavers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. To the air, it's Reed. And that is interception number 3 on the day. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone. Fires to the wideout. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon State. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blocker. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he's forced out of bounds and missed his opportunity to get rid of the football. A huge loss forced on the play.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Oregon State 35, Wyoming 0.
So the final period starts with a second down play. Dropping back, it's Reed. Now improvising. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Unloads to the wideout. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. On the set. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Makes the grab. It's Smith. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. And the Beavers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Wyoming 0.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the ground with the counter. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's throwing picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Still looking, on the move. Trying to make... Lots of running room. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Offense getting set for first down. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. He'll try to do it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Defense in press coverage. Back to pass on 2nd down. Steps away. Had to get rid of it quickly.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.